these responses seem to be an emergency response to the crisis we're currently facing.
Portlanders speaking out to city leaders dissatisfied with the lack of urgency to stop the staggering rise in gun violence as Portland suffers through a record year of shootings. Welcome everyone to KOIN 6 News at 11. I'm Jeff Gianola, and tonight we're covering Portland shootings past, present, and future, including a woman searching for answers in her brother's death, the latest shooting this afternoon that's left a child with a bullet wound. But first, we'll start with Jenny Young, who listened in on a city commissioner meeting on community safety today. Jenny, the question, did we see any sort of concrete plans to deal with this rise in gun violence?
No, Jeff, not at all. And we've asked, what are they doing to solve the problem or help solve the problem right now? We can only assume that they either don't have a plan or they just don't want us to know what it is. Thursday, city commissioners met virtually to listen and discuss the work of the city's Division of Community Safety.
Obviously, I support all of it. There are significant parts of it here that we still have a lot of work to do.
The purpose of the division is to create a multifaceted approach to solving the gun violence crisis and other safety issues. Commissioners heard from the director of the Office of Violence Prevention, who talked about the intervention work they're doing, including life coaching for people impacted by gun violence. A professor from Boston University also spoke. He analyzes gun violence data and says improving physical environments can help curb the problem.
We have evidence that turning unkempt vacant lots into simple, small green spaces is associated with substantial reductions in gun violence.
When the presentations were over, a couple of Portlanders who were pre-selected to listen in had the opportunity to share their overall thoughts.
The response today, which I don't disagree with as a whole, certainly does not sound like it's an emergency response. It seems that the response is to reduce 911 calls by investing in additional sidewalks, tree canopies, and healthy food. None of these responses seem to be an emergency response to the crisis we're currently facing.
And when it came time for commissioners to share their opinions, Mingus Mapps had some concerns about the plans.
I'd like to see some specific goals around reducing gun violence.
Mapps went on to say he'd like to see leaders set a goal to reduce gun violence by 20% in the next 15 months.
I'm agnostic in terms of how we get there. Obviously, we have to be true to our values and respect the constitutions, people's individual rights and people's individualism.
At one point, the mayor acknowledged there's been conflict among commissioners on key issues such as police staffing and said they must find a way to work around that. One of the biggest opponents of more police, Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, who also shared her views on the safety ideas.
We need real information about really how do Portland police officers spend their day. I'm not over the $152,000 that were spent for police officers to sit around all day and eat while East Portland was being terrorized.
They told us they have another work meeting like that one, only they will discuss gun violence in more depth. That isn't until November. I've emailed Mayor Wheeler's office several times this week. I emailed a question while they were in that meeting. I was listening in and I sent in a message asking, what are you doing now? These theories, I'm sure people think that those will be helpful for the future, but what is being done today? I did not hear back. They sent a message about a couple of hours ago saying they have a press conference tomorrow, but did not answer that question. So there is a press conference in the morning. We will tune into that, let you know what he says. Reporting live tonight, Jenny Young, KOIN 6 News.
Yeah.